So this seems like another good opportunity for me to talk. So I thought I'd do that for you, and hopefully you feel relaxed at home. Okay, let's begin. Again, it's another big book about the same size as Hyrule Historia. Okay. Okay. Preface. For well over a generation, stories of Link, hero of Hyrule, have been passed down in sacred text, cartridge and disc. Oh, and also, just like last time, I'm going to be reading this very slowly and very quietly for your relaxation, okay? Alright. They began with The Legend of Zelda, released on a golden cart in the summer of 1987. The revolutionary top-down dungeon crawl defined the action-adventure genre and spurred a series of beloved games appearing on nearly every Nintendo console to date. To celebrate 30 years of the series many just call Zelda, Nintendo teamed with Ambit to create the book you now hold in your hands. Thank you very much. First published in the year leading up to Breath of the Wild, and now translated into English for the first time. This encyclopedia collects the myriad characters, creatures, locales, and key moments that make Zelda truly a legend. Okay. The Legend of Zelda endures across vast periods of time and great distances, both within the land of Hyrule and well beyond its borders. There are multiple timelines chronicling different outcomes in an eternal struggle for courage, wisdom, and power. What follows is an encyclopedic guide to the events in the Legend of Zelda series to date, framed by key settings, figures, creatures, and cultures. These pages will unearth old memories for many and deepen the lore behind the various tales of Link told over the years. The world of Zelda has evolved, growing in scope and complexity with leaps forward in technology. Some elements at play behind early titles were not spoken of at the time of release, and interpretations of these first adventures of Link in Hyrule have evolved to include the context of later games. Okay. The goddesses and the creation myth. When all was chaos and nothing yet existed, it is said that 3 goddesses created the world. Din, the goddess of power, created the land. Nehru, the goddess of wisdom, created order. And Faror, the goddess of courage, created all life. When the creators departed the world, they left behind 3 golden triangles, symbolizing their power, the triforce, which grants the wish of anyone who touches it. Upon their departure to the heavens, the 3 goddesses entrusted another goddess, Hylia, and a legion of spirits and fairies, with protecting the land they had created. Why the goddesses left the triforce behind is shrouded in mystery. Many have tried to obtain it, many have fought to keep it. For ordinary people, the triforce is a symbol of faith, but when the world faces great calamity, its great power can be unlocked. Okay. The Triforce. The Triforce is the ultimate force behind all things. It is capable of granting the wish of those who lay hands on it, but only the first person to touch it will have their wish granted. It is said that their wish will hold true until the user dies. The 3 triangles of the Triforce, which represent wisdom, courage is required to unlock its full force, and one must demonstrate these qualities through sacred trials. If someone unworthy touches it, the three parts will separate, with only the piece best representing the one who touched it remaining. The remaining two pieces will reside in those chosen by the goddesses, and a triangular mark will appear on the back of their hand. To obtain its true power, one must acquire all three pieces of the triforce. As the separate pieces of the triforce draw near to each other, they will resonate as they try to become one. In Ocarina of Time, Ganondorf touches it, and it splits apart. All that remains in him is the triforce of power, while wisdom resides within Princess Zelda, and courage within Link, a boy who will become the hero of time. The battle over the triforce has waged since its creation, and shall continue without end for all eternity. Okay. The Kingdom of Hyrule. At the heart of Hyrule is its kingdom, whose faithful people are called to keep the world at peace. The Kingdom of Hyrule reigns over land that has been called the Country of the Gods, largely for the wealth and prosperity it enjoys from its divine protection. The Triforce is traditionally under the care of Hyrulean sages or the royal family. It is their duty to keep it from the clutches of heartless and evil beings who desire its power. When war breaks out, those bearing the rightful lineage of Hylia are called to the Kingdom of Hyrule to keep chaos at bay. The kingdom is often threatened by demons, and this has created a cycle of prosperity and decline. Over time, Hyrule's history has been defined by periods of great conflict and oppression between the races who call the world home. Various traditions and legends have been born from strife, and if one path leads to the Kingdom of Hyrule to a diminished state, another sees it rise from the ashes, sometimes in new lands. Zelda, Princess of Legend. Like Link, Zelda is a name that has been given to many individuals over time. The fabled Princess of Hyrule has played a key role in ensuring balance is maintained in Hyrule throughout history. She is the goddess Hylia reborn, and wields great power that she uses to keep evil in check. You can see all of the different designs of Zelda from 2D up until today. It's a massive range. Okay. Link, the chosen hero. In The Legend of Zelda, what defines a hero? Is it the name Link, the green cap he wears, the master sword he wields often with his left hand, perhaps the triforce of courage on the back of that hand? These signs may help define what it means to be a hero of Hyrule, but Link is not just one individual. He is the hero reborn to many homes, over the course of many lifetimes, chosen by the goddesses with a singular purpose: to stand up and fight when evil descends upon Hyrule. Most incarnations of Link are little more than ordinary Hylians, who through fate and a moment of courage, reawaken as the chosen hero. In the history of Zelda, there have been ages where a single hero saved the world more than once. However, it's more common that a new version of the hero will arise when Hyrule needs them most to restore balance and become legend, only to be reborn again when evil threatens. Before they embrace their destiny, these young men often need time to mature into the chosen hero. In each era, Link has to endure a series of trials that will test the balance of wisdom, courage, and power within him. These tests unlock the potential within him as he rises to the challenge of each new trial, no matter his beginnings, because he has the spirit of the hero. embraces his destiny, not for his own ego or personal mastery, but for the sake of others. He is looked upon as a symbol of courage, hidden within every person. This is why people will continue to pass down the inspirational legends of heroes for all time. Ganondorf, King of Evil. Ganon, the King of Evil, who has repeatedly sought the triforce and threatened balance in Hyrule, began his life as Ganondorf, a leader of Gerudo thieves west of Hyrule Castle. There is a tradition among the Gerudo that the sole boy born to them every 100 years shall be king, and so Ganondorf is raised as a king. As he matured, Ganondorf's unquenchable ambitions became more and more apparent. He opposed his people's lowly status in Hyrule and sought more. This led him to commit dark acts in the name of the Gerudo, killing and stealing from the weak. His rare ability to use magic made Ganondorf a powerful thief. Some even call him the King of Thieves. After the Hyrulean Civil War, the Gerudo Desert region came to be governed by the Kingdom of Hyrule. As leader of the Gerudo, Ganondorf was expected to swear fealty to the Hyrulean king. He did so in order to gain the king's trust, which allowed him to move freely until the moment he could acquire the Triforce, a moment that was realized when he followed Link into the Sacred Realm. When Ganondorf touched the sacred triangles, they separated. The Triforce of Power remained with him, while the other pieces scattered. In battle with Link for the other two pieces, Ganondorf tested the limits of his Triforce of Power, and transformed into a demon in the form of the dark beast Ganon. Defeated and sealed away by the Seven Sages, Ganon has repeatedly returned to wage a seemingly eternal battle for the Triforce, only to be thwarted each time by the chosen hero of the goddesses. Yeah, serves him right. Okay, so I can see here, spirits, fairies. Again, this book is quite big, so I'm not going to go through it all. This will take me hours. Gorons. Ancient peoples. Okay. Let me go back to the contents. Okay, so a lot of different sections here. Traditions and history, other lands and realms, the different races, the Sheikah, the Gerudo, Gorons, Zora, Kokiri, Koroks, Minish, Oka, ancient peoples and other races, geography and nature, life and culture, weapons and equipment, monsters and demons, database, archives. Okay, well, again, that was a bit of the Legend of Zelda Encyclopedia for you. I hope you enjoyed that, and again, quite a rare occurrence for me to be speaking so much, since I've never really done it before, other than this time and the Hyrule Historia time, but